Alright, part 2. So it's now 4:19 in the morning. That's good. I should just keep on going with this until the damn sun comes up. But I think that's kind of a theme of me. It's insomnia-fueled Let's Plays for a reason. If it wasn't for my insomnia, there might be times when I'm not able to release a video every day. Oh dear. So, onward to questioning. So this is from Kev's full of bacon. All right. Okay. I wonder what the story behind that name is. Tell us about your job. And then he says, I can't believe you have nearly 700 videos and less than 1K subscribers. Well, the thing is, I release a video every single day. There's a lot of other people that really work hard on their videos, like really, really hard, and can't release it every day. So they have less videos and more subscribers. That actually makes tons of sense. I am apparently all about quantity over quality, so that's how I roll. But my job, I'm a graphic designer. I make the promotional content for a new theater that has opened up. That, it's a new business. That's the problem, though. I feel like my job security is not all that high right now. So, that's another reason I feel like I can't get a next generation system. It could be like 2 months, bam, no job. I gotta look for a new job. But yeah, I've been floating around doing work off and on for this one guy that's really cool, and his businesses have gone up and down, but he keeps, he's kept me on, because I do my work, and that's pretty much that's about it. I do my work and I don't complain. And even that, you just do your work efficiently and you don't complain, you're a step above so many people you don't even know. Complain if something's really wrong, but do it in an adult manner. But yeah, I make posters, business cards, playbills is my big thing, like entire booklets with like ads and also what's going on in whatever events. I don't really do web stuff. Like, I specifically did not go to college for web stuff. Web stuff is really boring to me. You have to know coding, and you have to experience the frustration of designing a perfect website that suddenly just doesn't work on Safari for some random reason. As a graphic designer, you really should be able to design a website, though, so I need to change that even though I don't want to. But it'll make me more viable if I do, if I do lose my current job. But I'm not getting paid a lot at all in this current job, like nowhere near the amount that I should, but I love the job. Like, I just like working. I like going to work every day. Like, I was a dishwasher for 8.5 years. Don't even get me started on that crap. As I was, starting, right at the end of high school, and there's a gap between when I went to college, and I was just working my way through college. And that was a terrible damn job. I swear I was getting less intelligent during that job. And that's not to knock anyone who does that type of work, but if you're not in school and you're doing an extremely repetitive task and you're doing nothing to challenge your mind, you get less intelligent. You actually have to use your mind. This is the complete opposite. I like it. I'm actually challenged every day. I learn new things. I get to create for, art. I'm not like a graphic designer for a cracker company or something. It's actually for art and performances. It's a great job. So the fact that I'm not getting paid as much as I should, it doesn't matter to me as much as it should, I guess, because I don't hate my life. And I don't know a lot of people that can actually say they like their job. So hopefully I can keep this thing going, because I like it, So yeah, that was from Mr. Full of Bacon. And we have Shift Key K, for capital K, perhaps? Yes. What is your favorite animal? And what would you do in the event of the zombie apocalypse? I like cats, I guess. As a kid, my favorite animal was a pig. I went through a brief period where I actually wouldn't eat any bacon or anything, or ham, but I changed that because, unfortunately, pigs, you're damn delicious. You are freaking delicious. You have the evolutionary disadvantage of being freaking delicious, or maybe that's an advantage, because we're keeping more pigs around. I don't know, but I guess we'll go with pig. We'll just assume that hasn't changed, but I don't really think about that. What would I do in the event of the zombie apocalypse? Well, I don't have a gun. Let's be complete honest, I'd probably hide somewhere. I do live right next to a convenience store, though, and when I say right next, I mean I could stop this recording right now, and if I was running at top speed, I would be there in under 15 seconds. So I could probably grab some food. Not the healthiest food, but some food. My house, I'm on the second floor, but it's not really a well-defended position. I'm a computer nerd. I don't really have good cardio. I'd probably die in the zombie apocalypse. Let's be awesome. Let's be honest. Yeah. But yeah. And the Cold Flame. It's also posted on many of my videos. Been a subscriber for a long time. Do you commentate using a script? Absolutely not. That is way too much work. Everything that I say and everything that I've said in this video, that's just the crap that comes into my head. I edit it. Like sometimes, sometimes I edit crap out. But no, none of it is from a script. I mean, sometimes, like, a little bit I'll be thinking, like, oh, that would be cool if I did an intro like this, but that's as far as it goes. And that's including all of my Die Tonight stuff. Like, people thought I wrote that stuff down, which is really flattering. But no, for the Die Tonight videos, all I did was try to literally think what I would actually feel like in the situations that I was in, and then talk about it. And that seemed to work just fine for me. Do you pull a voice when you LP, or is this your normal voice? This right now is my normal voice. If you notice at the beginning of when I first started LPing, though, my voice was actually deeper. And I didn't notice this until I posted the Bouncer LP that was way, like, a year time lagged. And someone was like, your voice is deeper. I was like, it is deeper. And apparently, when I'm not as comfortable, I use a deeper voice. And once I realized that when I'm at work, you know, I use the deeper voice. I just use the deeper voice. That's just how I roll, apparently. But this is really, when I'm comfortable, this is my normal speaking voice right now. It'd be way, like, when I did that first Die Tonight video, talking in a voice is hard. Your voice gets tired, and you have to constantly think about it, or you start going back to your normal voice. So yeah, no script, normal voice. This is just me, baby. Oh yeah. What made you start Let's Playing? I think I already answered that. What is your favorite game? Again, you know, Chrono Trigger, whatever. That used to be my favorite game, Path of Neo. What editors and recording devices do you use? I think I've answered those too. So that was from the Jonesy, who I talked to on Steam quite a bit, but I'm afraid I don't know how to say your name now that I think about it. Sorry. And congratulations on the 1,000 subs. Thank you very much. I'm sorry that I already answered your questions before I got to you, but it's the nature of YouTube comments. You can't see all the questions. So this is from the Miss George. That's not what that says at all. So I'm intrigued to know how, throughout the years, your voice has become that cool, semi-sarcastic, National Geographic tone of voice. That is just me. I was always kind of a sarcastic jerk when I was a kid. But I'm also very introverted, so I didn't show that side to myself. Most of the time I just didn't talk. But I was always pretty sarcastic, and I always had a very dry sense of humor. It's got a bit more wet over the years. Does that work? Can you say you have a wet sense of humor? You never hear that term. But you'd think that'd be the opposite of dry, wouldn't it? But yeah, where did I get that refreshing sense of humor? Well, first of all, thank you. That's extremely complimentary. I don't know. My father was a little bit weird. I shouldn't speak of him in the past tense, should I? My father's a little bit weird. He liked to play with words a lot. I come from a decent line of English teachers, so I have a pretty big vocabulary, I think, just because of that. And I pick up words pretty easily, but, you know, thanks. I don't know where I picked up my sense of humor. How many siblings do I have? I have one sibling. I have a sister. She's 17 months younger than me, I think. And I have a half-brother who's 30... I don't know. He's like 12 years older than me. I didn't meet him till he was 12. Like, there was this weird situation with my mother and his father where she just, like, lost touch with him. And we've actually lost touch with him again. We haven't heard from him in 5 years. We were trying to find out where he is, but he hasn't contacted us, so hopefully he's okay. We have no idea. But yeah, what's your favorite flavor of ice cream? Probably chocolate chip cookie dough. Yeah, I think it's chocolate chip cookie dough. And he says he'd like to fit a face to the voice, but that would ruin the mysterious quality. That is true. The icon in my profile is a picture of me, but obviously I don't have green skin, and it's very abstract. In fact, the other picture that I used for Die Tonight was drawn of me also, but again, even if I showed you the full picture, I drew that picture intentionally to make myself look as crazy as possible. Like, absolutely is great. There's no way you could identify me from that picture if you saw me on the street, because I don't look like that. But, you know, it's loosely based on me. But I do like just being a voice, because you know what? People can't make any judgments on your voice unless it sounds annoying, besides what you say, and that's the way it should be. Like that old adage, like, it matters what's inside. That's not how the world works. We all look at appearances, but on the internet, you don't have a damn choice. You can only judge people on what they say, and that's a beautiful goddamn thing. I don't care what anyone says. It's a beautiful thing about the internet. And as much as you want to say that, like, we're not as close to each other and, you know, we're sacrificing something, it's true, but I think we're gaining something also. And he says, thank you and congratulations, and keep it up. Thank you very much, sir. So this is from Zimma Squash. I have also talked to him on Steam a decent amount of time. How do you define your appearance? I'm not quite sure what you mean. I don't quite sure what you mean. How do I define my appearance, Squash? I will say that I don't put a lot of effort into it. I'll give you that much. Minimal effort. What is the thing, person, game, or music you hate the most? I mean, I hate people who can't express their views in a way that doesn't make the other person hurt. You know what I mean? Like douchebags. I don't like douchebags. There's a way to disagree with people so that you don't come off like a massive douche. And what do you... like, I hate that crap. It's absolutely unnecessary. And adults are just as guilty of it as kids, which is just horrible. Not just as guilty, but... You would think you wouldn't have to deal with that type of crap in your adult life, but you do, which is just sad. So yeah, I guess that's what I hate the most. Do you have any kind of phobias? I used to have a huge fear of drowning, and because of that, I actually can't swim now. And I tried to swim, well, I had a life preserver. I was with a bunch of friends in this lake type thing. And my plan was to actually, like, learn there. But then later, my friends got arrested for being there, because apparently it was private property. We didn't know. I wasn't there, fortunately. But, you know, they just all got, like, appearance tickets, and I don't know if they got fined. But, yeah, I can't swim because I had a fear of drowning. I'm not really afraid of it anymore, because I actually heard that it's a pretty peaceful way to die. It's basically, like, the first, like, 2 minutes are really stressful. But once you start drowning, it's actually kind of nice. And that's because people have actually drowned and been brought back, so they know. If I got 10,000 subs, would I start making videos online with other YouTubers? Maybe. I don't know. That's pretty far off, though, considering the games I do, if it ever happens. What's your real name? I said Adam. It's still Adam. P.S. I define you as a man with curly hair. That's generally correct, yes. I actually wear my hair in a ponytail. It's about... I mean, maybe this is what you mean by how do you define your appearance. It's not really a ponytail, it's more of a pony poof, because my hair is about a foot long, maybe a foot and a half long, and I haven't cut it in over 10 years. It will not grow any longer than that. That is the terminal length of my hair. I wish it would grow a little bit longer so I could actually have a ponytail, but I have a pony poof. And when it's out, it kind of looks like it does in my profile. It's absolutely insane. I kind of look like an escaped mental patient when my hair is out, and I'm totally cool with that. So, am I revealing too... No, I feel like I'm not revealing too much about my appearance as long as you don't actually see me, because the imagination gets things wrong constantly. Have you ever... Okay, so that was from Squash. This is from Mr. Dog's Rule, another prolific poster. Have you ever felt stressed or pressured because you had to get an LP out? Sort of, but not really. That's what the backlogging is for. I'm feeling a little bit of pressure now just because I can't do Flash games. As far as yield for Flash games, like amount of time put in versus amount of videos that I can produce, Flash games are the worst. But Super Nintendo games are the best. I could bang out like 10 Super Nintendo video games a day sometimes. And that's really hurting my schedule. Like, all I have right now is Evil Genius and Kingdom Hearts, and I'm actually almost running out of those. Like, because there was a week or two ago where I didn't have enough time to do anything. Work was too crazy. And I had to stop, and now I'm almost stretched up. So that is a little bit bothering, but eventually I'm just going to be like, sorry guys, I'm taking a week off. It's going to happen, I just don't know when. But yeah, I don't feel that stressed. If I ever got way too stressed, I would probably just have to stop Let's Playing, but that hasn't even come close to happening yet. What's your favorite type of game? Again, I like a huge, gigantic variety of games, and that's probably what frustrates some of my subscribers, because they subscribe for me for one type of game, and then I go off on like a Kingdom Hearts tangent suddenly, and they're like, what's going on? I'm like, why are you playing Dead or Alive? Not that people have really, well, a few people have been like, what the hell? But I'm sorry, I gotta play what I like, and I like a gigantic variety of games. So yeah, my favorite type is gigantic variety of games. What do you play most? Xbox, PlayStation, or Wii? I have never owned an Xbox. I do not like the Wii. I've played it a little bit, and it's fun in certain contexts, but good God, I feel like that was a swing and a miss. I mean, it wasn't really, because it was somewhat successful, but the Wii was totally not made for us, like us real gamers. Oh, that sounded really pretentious. It wasn't made for, like, hardcore gamers. That's much better. That's much better to say. I didn't mean it like that. It seemed like it was made for casual gamers and people who, like, were really just still into Nintendo games. Like, the original, like, the Marios and the Zeldas. I'm sure it's great for that, but there's just not that much the Wii offers me. So, PlayStation all the way. I'm apparently a PlayStation guy, because I'm considering getting a PlayStation 3 now, and I've had all the other iterations. Can you suggest some great games for your Can I suggest some great games for your Let's Play series? You can, but I'm telling you right now, the chances of me actually playing any of them are very, very slim. I might check out a free game every now and again, but again, the chance of me actually doing an LP of it are very slim. For the most part, I gotta do games that I'm really familiar with, or that are short and I really like, because otherwise the prep time is just too great. Like, I don't think people realize the amount of work that goes into just one Flash game, because I need to play it sometimes for hours, sometimes for like 5 hours to get good enough, and then I need to record it, and then I need to edit it. And, I have to really, really like a Flash game in order to put that much work into a video. So that was from Cloby. That's wrong. This is from Snowden. I'm interested in how you record your videos and audio commentary. What software do you use for live commentary? Now, for live commentary, I use the capture card. Right now I'm using a program called AVS Audio Recorder. I like it better than Audacity. You can't really edit with it, but Audacity likes to glitch on me. This program does glitch, but only if I am surfing the net while I'm doing commentary. Otherwise, it probably doesn't. It generally doesn't glitch on me. And the other one, Movie Maker, Fraps actually has a built-in utility where you can just talk and it'll record it. Same thing with Cam Studio. Already up to 19 minutes, huh? Jeez. Alright, well, this is apparently going to be like an hour and a half of me answering questions. I'm okay with that. It's just I didn't expect to get so many responses. I should stop underestimating you guys. So, who would win in a battle? Chuck Norris or The Man? The Man would win. Chuck Norris got beaten by Bruce Lee. Not many people remember this. I mean, I know that Chuck Norris actually, he lost his virginity before his father. I know this. I know that he pushes down the earth when he does push-ups. I know all these things, but I don't know. I don't think Chuck Norris is all that great. I'm sorry. I said it, even with his beard of protection. But The Man probably wouldn't fight him. The Man would probably convince him to fight zombies with him. And that is sort of how he would beat him. It'll be like those comic books where they're like, ooh, Spider-Man versus Gambit. And then, of course, they, punch each other a bit, but then they're friends afterwards. That's how it always goes. By the way, Spider-Man versus Wolverine was kind of awesome. Because, They fought a bit, but then they were on the same side. But then Wolverine went into a Berserker rage, and he knocked Spider-Man out really quickly so that he wouldn't accidentally kill Spider-Man, and then he killed like 50 people. It was great, and they all jumped over the Iron Curtain because it was a really old comic from like 1985. No one knows what I'm talking about and probably couldn't find it, but whatever. What was I even talking about? I don't know. Yes. Chuck Norris? Sure. Sorry. Tangent. Do you hate a game that many others love? I've been thinking about this question, and I haven't been able to think of a good answer. I don't think there is a game that I hate that many others love. There might be, and I'm just not thinking. But there's not a lot of games that I hate, to be honest. I hated this game for Super Nintendo called, like, Secret of the Stars or something. It had horrible translation errors, and the gameplay was stupid, and the story was stupid. But I wouldn't say a lot of people loved that game. I really did not like Blood Rain 2. I would actually say that I hated Blood Rain 2 and was extremely disappointed about how crappy it was on multiple levels. But yeah, I'm not so sure. Okay, and the Chuck Norris question was from Fly Johnny, by the way, I didn't mention that. That last question was from Matrix Man. He also says, if you were in a bed with Elton John and Cherry Cole or someone else attractive, and the three of you were all naked, who would you face? I had no idea who Cherry Cole was, so I looked her up. Attractive girl. And dude, I would face Cherry Cole. Are you kidding me? John Elton strikes me as a gentleman, and I don't think he would do anything untoward. I mean, why would he? I don't... Why the hell would he? I think he would be like, all right, I respect your boundaries. This is an awkward situation. I don't really know you that well. Let's just get through it. And then, I'd face the girl and, probably not have anything in common with her, and then it'd just be really awkward. But yeah, hell, I might turn back to Elton John. Maybe I have more in common with him. I don't know. What the hell's with that question anyway, Matrix Man? For God's sakes. All right. And Matrix Man, of course, was actually in Heartless Theaters with me, so that's cool that he's still watching my videos. So yeah. So this is from Shadows of Light. What is your favorite game genre? I think, again, all games except for sports games. And do you have a favorite... Wait, what? Oh, I see. So, Matrix Man... Alright, that was confusing. Matrix Man's question about the hate was, based on Shadow of Light's second question, which is, do you have a favorite game that other people seem to hate? I can't think of any. No, I can't think of any either. I like the second Matrix movie, and a lot of people hate that. And it's not a game, but that's as close as I can give you. So that was Shadow of the Lights. Did you ever eat an animal from the sea? Assuming that fish count as animals, as they are not minerals or vegetables, yes, fish. Yes. I guess that was an interesting question. So that was from Dan and Ravens. So, this is from 917 Gamer. Again, very, very long subscriber. I remember seeing him a lot. How do you plan on digitizing your mind into a computer? I mentioned that in one of the Die Tonight videos, I think. I'm not doing it myself. I'm not like planning to become an evil scientist and do it myself. I'm hoping that the technology is going to be there, and I will be an early adopter. Though, to be completely honest, I was joking. I don't think there's any way in hell that I would do that. As far as I'm concerned, if you digitize your mind into a computer and then you die, you're dead. I mean, I got in this whole argument with my cousins once that the teleporters from Star Trek actually kill you every single time that you use them. And I still stand by that. I think every single time they use that damn teleporter, they're dead, and they're replaced by a freaking guy that looks exactly like them, but is not. The consciousness that was originally there is freaking dead. And I think it'd be the same thing if I digitized myself into a computer. But yes, that's my mind there. I'll just have to become immortal another way. Though I don't even know if I want to be immortal, to be honest. I'm cool with dying after a full life. It's not a problem. I'll probably feel differently if I live another 40 years, but we'll see. So this is from Metallica Man. He says he's a huge fan, and he wants to know what LPs I've enjoyed the most, and what are your top 5 games of all time. I don't know. I don't have lists like that, but I love Chrono Trigger. I'll tell you that much. Even Final Fantasy 6, I love. You know what? Final Fantasy Tactics is an amazing game that doesn't get enough credit, and I'm not talking about the damn GBA game, Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. That game was dumbed down. I don't want to say crap because it wasn't a horrible game, but it was not Final Fantasy Tactics. The original Final Fantasy Tactics is an amazing game. What's my favorite LP? I really like the Shadow of the Colossus one, and that's probably a big reason for that is that it wasn't time shifted. I did that I would do it, I would wait, I would read comics, then I would respond to the comments, and that's the way those LPs, ideally that's the way LPs should be done, but it's just not an option for me if I'm going to do them every day. It would be an option if Fraps would start recording Super Nintendo games again, because then I could build up a backlog faster. But yeah, that one, Limbo, the one that I just did, was amazingly fun. Doing it blind was great, and being, honestly surprised by things was great. So yeah, that's probably the most fun that I've had recently. Evil Genius, I'm having a lot of fun doing that. So yeah, those are definitely some of my top ones. Relic Ty, who I believe is he in my meta now? I think so. So that's cool. He says I deserve more than 1,000 subs. And thank you for that. I've noticed I don't care about subs or views nearly as much as other people think I should. I'm just doing it for fun. I mean, what does it matter? As long as people are responding to me and talking to me, then I'm totally cool with it, because it's not like I'm getting ad revenue or anything. But you do always hope that your channel keeps on growing, but I'm totally okay with having a small group of awesome people. The amount of jerks that I've encountered on YouTube are probably under 10, to be honest. I mean, I haven't really gotten too many rude comments. Once you get really popular, though, those shoot up tremendously, because people are like, ooh, I can be a jerk and people will see it, and they'll get riled up. And, I'm not looking forward to that. But, thank you. So, yeah, 6 questions. Let me see here. If you had a question for your future, past, and current self, what would the question you'd ask one? The current self, why would I ask a question to my current self? I already know everything that I know. I'd probably ask him if he thinks he could beat me in a fight, and he would of course say yes. And I would say, you're probably right. And we'd both nod knowingly. I think that's what would happen. My past self? I don't want to ask a question of my past self. I want to tell him that all the people that said, this is the best time of your life, enjoy it, were complete assholes and should have just shut the hell up, and that it's not the best time of my life at all, it's going to get better. I think I needed to hear that, my past self. Future self, I would ask him, what is your biggest regret after the time that you were, whatever age I am that I'm asking the question. That'd be nice. That's a nice way to ask avoid a pitfall, I would say. Screw the timeline, let's change that crap. Are you more of a social person or a loner? Definitely a loner. Painfully much so a loner. Unfortunately, if I met someone, from YouTube in real life, there's a chance that I'll be able to talk the way I'm talking right now, but more than likely I'll be very guarded and just won't be able to talk as freely, because I just can't. But I can talk to nerds. It doesn't matter who you are. If you're a nerd, I can strike up a damn conversation about you about something nerdy. But, normal people, very hard for me to relate to them. Very hard. And it's gotten easier since I've Let's Played, though, because, again, I'm better at talking now. May I steal your face and wear it to a masquerade? No, sir, I am using it. Is there a max amount of questions you can ask? I said a limit of 3 questions, but that was way after most of the questions were posted. So, at this point, no, there wasn't a limit. And I should have put a limit because I'm encroaching on an hour at this point, but whatever. How did you become so entertaining? Well, first of all, thank you. Second of all, if you watch my first LPs, you'll probably realize that it's just because I kept on doing it, and I was not entertaining at the beginning. At least I don't think I was that entertaining at the beginning. But, hell, if you put in 20 hours a week at anything, you're gonna get better at it. That's just how the world works. Is there something that annoys you more than anything else? Yeah, douchebags. I, I think I gave a more extended answer before that word. So thank you, Relic Tai. That's how I'm saying your name. Yeah. All right, in addition to Snowden's question about all the software that you use in your LP, it would be interesting to know your hardware setup and maybe even a picture or two of it with all the loose wires. Now, I really hope that I can get my camera working by the time I post this video. If I did, then you're now seeing a picture of my capture card and also the converter that I needed to get it to work in real time without that lag. Note that the converter wasn't correct either, so I had to jury rig it with a bunch of rubber bands and a nail clipper, which seems to work. That actually makes it appear on the screen and my television screen simultaneously, which is what I needed. I do not recommend that capture card. It does not work. Yeah, that's what that's about. And if you're wondering why my computer looks like that, it's because back when I was doing Chrono Trigger, you might remember, it was probably before whatever. Around the Chrono Trigger videos, my computer's power source just shorted out, and I needed to replace it, and I just never put the cover back on the computer. I kind of thought it looked better like that, and it was easier to get to my USB ports, so I just loved it like that. But yeah, that's it. And he says, great work. And this is Neuro Guy, who's been in my meta for a long time and died tonight. I just say meta like everyone knows what I'm talking about. But most people probably do. And yeah, Neuro Guy's pretty damn awesome. We picked him up when he was like a complete newbie to the game, and he's been with us ever since, so thank you for watching my video, man. I know you've watched quite a few of them at this point, so that's awesome. And I guess I'll see you in town. So this is from Shadow, bunch of numbers. And he praises me, so that's awesome. I, greatly appreciated, sir. And, by the way, I assume that everyone is a sir unless proven otherwise, because it's the internet. Sorry if you're a lady. Would you let's play one of the Castlevania games, most likely Archers of Shadow? I have never played a Castlevania game, except for one for the Game Boy, and I didn't get very far. So if I could get one for free, maybe I'd try it out, but I'm sorry, I can't guarantee that. And actually, I asked not to ask requests. You somehow snuck that in there in a way that made me not notice. But alright, me saying no requests at the very least kept that down to almost nothing, so that's fine. But no, I don't think there's a good chance of that, I'm sorry, dude. I just haven't played enough of the games, and I can't say I'm a fan of the series, because I just haven't played them. But thank you very much for posting, and I'm glad you like the video so much. This guy, you've posted in my videos a lot, but your name is a bunch of numbers. It's 7752911. So what is all the games you have on the computer, and how many PlayStation 2 games do you have? I'm looking at my PlayStation 2 games. I actually meant to count, but let's do a rough estimate. Probably about 40. Most of them I don't feel like they're suitable for Let's Plays. Like, there's certain ones I won't play because they have copyrighted music in it, like True Crime Streets of L.A. Unless I could figure out how to do something about the music, I can't really play that. I have 2 of the Onimusha games. I have Manhunt, which I would play, but it is so violent that I'm not sure I really want to have it on my channel. I mean, it's more violent than even Hitman. It's just, like, graphic. I have Beautiful Joe, which I might LP. Dynasty Warriors, I can't see myself LPing, but I have 3 Extreme Legends, 4 Extreme Legends, and 5 Extreme Legends. So I was really obsessed with that. So, but yeah, I've got a bunch of PlayStation 2 games. And my PlayStation 1 games have scattered to the wind, but there's not really any game that I can think of that I really want to play from that era anyway. Alright, so that was from guy, number name. Sorry, I don't know, I don't want to say the numbers. Alright, this is the last question before I take a break because my voice is hurting because I've been talking for almost an hour and it's 4:40 in the morning. Do you think you'll survive the upcoming zombie apocalypse for a month? No, I think I established it. I'd probably be one of the first zombies. You can see my profile picture. I've already prepared it. I'm already a zombie in there. That was from Lori, who's posted on a lot of my videos lately, so cool. I'll answer one more. That was quick. Are you going to play a... Oh, this is from RPG Fan. Are you going to play a different vampire class in Masquerade, and are you going to play more Team Fortress? I don't know about the vampire thing. I know I mentioned that I might, but going back to a game that I've already played doesn't seem all that appealing to me. Maybe if I found some type of mod that vastly changed the game, and I mean absolutely huge swath vastly changed it, I might play it. But otherwise, I think I'm done with vampires, sorry. Despite what I said that I might, but that was back when I couldn't think of many games to play. And now there's just so many games that I want to play. But is that even true? There's got to be a lot of games that I just I sort of want to play, but I don't know. There's better candidates. And are you going to play more Team Fortress? I have not played Team Fortress. There's someone who asked me if I had a Cloak and Dagger, and I played a little bit. That was the last time I played. That was a month ago. And before that, it had been 3 months. So I kind of stopped. If I ever start again, or if I have an announcement, I might use that as a foil for it. For all I know, Team Fortress is playing in the background now. Actually, that wouldn't be a bad idea to have Team Fortress in the background if I can't figure it out, because apparently I'm going to need 2 hours of game footage to cover this. But yeah, I don't know. Sorry. I'm not really sure. I might be done with both of them. All right, and I'm either gonna keep going with this or end it here and do the last part later. There's only 4 or 5 questions left, but otherwise, I'll see ya, and I'll get to the other questions later.